It's your girl Angie in the cut. You already know who it is. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, make sure to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. So for today's video, it's gonna be kind of different. I'm actually in my car right now. I was gonna do like a mukbang story time, but the place where I usually go buy my food is like so further away, so I just didn't want to like spend my gas and stuff. But anyways, today I'm going to be doing a story time about the time I found out that I, Angelina-MLFLPHLB, was a side chick. We've all been there, ladies. We've all been through that. And as well for my boys, I know you guys all been through that. Y'all found out y'all was a side nigga. You know what I'm saying? We've all been through that. I hope you guys can see me all right now. I tried to go somewhere where the light was right. And I went in a parking lot that was empty because I don't want people all up in my business. Can you focus, please? Okay, so hopefully you guys can see me now. You guys, I wanted to film a video. I knew I had to film a video. So hopefully the setup is not too bad right now, but we gotta talk about it. So, your girl AngieInTheCut was a side chick. I'm not gonna say exactly when this happened because, you know, I just don't wanna say. I'm a very low-key person. I taught myself to be very low-key because I feel like people want to be all up in your business and in your relationship. So I'm pretty sure nobody knew I was dating this guy. Well, actually nobody knew because I was a side chick, right? Anyways, so let me tell you guys how this happened. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, by the way, for more story times. So basically what happened is that I was talking to this guy, right? And I met him. Actually, how did I find out about him? I had him on my Snapchat, okay? And then one day, I don't know, I posted like a snap of myself, and then he swiped up and he said like, oh my god, it's so beautiful, oh my god, oh my god. So I just responded, thank you. And then day after, I posted a snap because I'm very like I'm very consistent when it comes to my Snapchat. So I post a lot of videos, okay? So make sure you guys follow me on all of my social media. I'll put the link down below. But I had posted a snap of myself again, and then he said, wow, like you're just so pretty, you're so beautiful and stuff. So anyways, he kept on being consistent with every single time that I was posting a video. He would always, you know, like be like, oh my god, you're so nice. And then at some point he started posting videos of, you know, my intro song. It's on the Low by Burna Boy, and it says Angelina. So him, basically, he would always post some Snapchats of him smoking, and he would have the song in the background and it would say Angelina. And then at some point, the more he started posting the videos, the more he would say, oh, you know who you are, blah blah. So anyways, I hadn't met this guy. I had only seen him on my Snap. So at some point on during the summer, oh fuck, I don't want to say when that was. At some point I had went to a event that happened at a club. So I went to the club. You know what, let me sanitize my hands while I'm doing this because I see that I tend to touch my face. I know I sanitized myself like a few minutes ago, but I need to do it again, okay? Make sure you always have some hand sanitizer. This is not the best one, but make sure you have something. So basically, I go to a club event and I see him there. But I'm not the type of person that's gonna come to you. You need to come to me because that's just that on that, right? So basically, during the night, I was starting to get tipsy and stuff. You know, me and my girls had gotten some drinks. We got some bottles or whatever. And when we go to the club, we turn up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to go out of my house and not turn up. You know, might as well just stay home. So, you know, the more drinks that was going into my system, the more I was starting to get very lit and stuff. So basically, I see the popo and I ain't friends with them. So that's why I'm looking around. Anyways, so basically after the night, no. When the night ended, when the party ended, I texted him on Snap because I was tipsy. Just mind, keep that in mind. I was tipsy. That's the only reason why I did it. So I texted him and I'm like, oh, I saw you at the club. And then he's like, are you serious? Like, are you still there? Blah, blah. Let me come get you. I want to see you. Blah, blah. So in my head, I was just like, should I go see him? But then at the same time, I have this rule that when I go out with my girls, I go back home with my girls. I don't want to go back home with some boy. I'm just not that type of girl. And the only reason why I would go with some boy is if I have my girls coming along, or if it's my man, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not just the type of girl that's just gonna leave and go with some boy or some random guy. I'm not like that. So basically, he was just like being consistent, and he was like, no, like I want to see you, let me come get you, blah blah, where are you, let me come get you. So then I'm like, you know what, like let me just stop answering, because this is too much and I'm tipsy right now and I don't want to do something that I'm gonna regret. So basically the next day he texted me talking about, oh, I really wanted to see you last night, blah blah. And I was like, oh, you know, like me too, I wanted to see you, but it's just like I have this rule that if I go out with my girls, I go back home with my girls. And I feel like, you know, you ladies, especially now in this generation, when you go out with your girls, you have to go back home with your girls, because you don't know what these boys be up to. Okay, same thing for you boys, you don't know what these females be up to. So just be careful and be safe. Matter of fact, stay home. Okay, so you know, so the next day I was sober, so he's like, oh, let's meet up, blah blah. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. So whatever, we meet up, and he came to get me. And then when he came to get me, at first it was kind of awkward, because it's just like, you've been this guy that's been like hyping me up on social media and stuff like that, and then now I finally meet you, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, I don't know, it's weird. Like we were only talking on Snapchat. It's not like we were talking like on the phone or whatever. It's not like I had heard his voice before, you know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. So I see him, he's nice, he's good looking or whatever, and yeah, we just chill or whatever. And then at some point during the car ride, he puts a song on the low by Burna Boy, and I was just like, okay. Like, I love the song, it hypes me up, don't get it twisted, but it's just like, I like to hype myself up, and I don't know, like the fact that he played the song, it just made me feel I don't know, I felt like kind of like uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I just felt uncomfortable. So anyways, at some point we got closer and closer, so we started talking like every single day. We would see each other like every single day, like most likely I would see him like after work and stuff like that, and every time we would finish our shift we would always see each other. So we were getting pretty serious, and then his birthday was coming up. We spent his birthday together. We went out to eat. I took him out to eat and stuff like that. And I'm a person, when I like somebody and I feel like, because me, I don't get in a relationship with somebody just to be in a relationship with somebody. I have to be with somebody and I have to see, like, I have to see if I see myself with you in the future. That's the only reason why I'm gonna keep going with you, and that's just that on that, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's just how I am. And you girl, I mean, everybody, if you're gonna be talking to somebody seriously and you're gonna give them your time, you have to envision yourself with that person in the future. If you do not envision yourself with that person in the future, don't waste your time, because it's not gonna work. Okay, it's not going to work. So anyways, I was just really liking him. So that's when, I'm very close to my cousin, okay? So I was on the phone with her and I just felt like it was time for me to tell her about him, because I liked him a lot and we were talking for a few weeks and stuff. So a few weeks had gone and we were still talking. So I FaceTime my cousin and I'm like, sis, like, there's this guy, I really like him. Let me name him. I'm gonna name him Congolais, because that's what he was, okay? Sorry to all my Congolese people, you know what I'm saying? I love you guys, but I have to name him that. So basically the Congolais guy, I told my cousin about him and I said like, oh, there's this Congolais guy and he's super duper sweet, super nice, I really like him, blah blah. And she's like, oh my god, are you serious? Like, I want to see a picture of him. So I'm like, okay sis, like, I'm gonna go get a picture of him, period. So I go on my Instagram and I type his name in and then I try to, you know, like when you want to show a picture of your man to your girls or whatever, you want to find like the cutest picture of that person, right? So I go and I scroll down and I try to find the cutest picture of him, and then once I found like the perfect picture that I like, I press on it, and then once I pressed on it, I see this comment from this girl, and I forgot what she had said, okay? But I don't know, my intuition just told me like, Angie, you have to press on that girl's profile. I'm like, okay, so you know what, let me follow my intuition. So I press on her profile and next thing you know, I see pictures of him and that girl, and I'm just like, what's going on? Like, am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? Like, at first I didn't think too much into it, but you know, like, there's pictures on Instagram that you can post and you could add like 3 different pictures or whatever. So I swiped again, and then next thing you must know, I see a picture of him and that girl kissing. So I was like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? So basically after that, what happens after that? As soon as I see that, I text my girl, Sarah. I'm gonna say her name because that's my girl. So I text her and I'm like, sis, like, I see this picture of Congolais and this girl kissing. And then she's like, really? And then I sent her a screenshot of that picture. And then as soon as I did that, this girl, Sarah, she DM'd the girl and she's like, sis, like, hi, you know, is that your man? And then the girl was like, yeah, that's my man. We've been together for a few whatever, but actually that's not just my man, we're married. You heard what I said? She said, that's not just my man, we are married. We married. But when I seen this nigga, he ain't had no ring on him. So basically I hit up this nigga, okay? I can't put them up on the screen because he speaks like fluent like English, and he speaks like French and English, so it's just like a mix of everything. So I just have to translate it for you guys. So basically I said, who's which is like the wife's name, right? I'm gonna call her Mary. I don't know why. Married, okay, whatever. I'm gonna call her Mary, okay? So I said, who's Mary? And then he said, what are you talking about? And then I said, who's Mary? And then he said, what are you talking about? Like, I said, you got a girlfriend? And then he said, is that a question, or you're trying to, like, it's an affirmation? Are you just trying to say that I have a girlfriend? Is it a fact to you? And then I said, that's a question that I'm asking you. And then he's like, why is it now that you're asking me this question? And then I said, answer my question. And then he said, yes, I do have a girlfriend, and it's you. So then I said, don't play with me, you know exactly who I'm talking about. And then he said, I'm not playing. What happened? Bitch, one nigga said what happened, this nigga lying, okay? And then I said, so we playing stupid now? Okay. Because if you want to play stupid, I can play stupid too. Don't play with me because I run this game, okay? So basically he said, I don't know what you done heard or seen, but I'm not playing games with you. If you're starting to, sorry, because it's French and English, so you know. Okay, so he's saying that, like, basically he's saying that if you're gonna listen to what other people are saying, it's not gonna work. Like, we just like started and you're already listening to what people are saying, like, that's not okay. And then I said, who's Mary? With, you know, his wife. And then he said, we just started, Angelina, like, it's fait des trucs comme si t'avais vraiment des trucs à me demander, t'aurais dû me dire la cause d'aller faire la FBI. And then he said, we just started, Angelina, and you're doing some stupid stuff, go asking questions to people, blah blah, and you're doing your FBI, blah blah. When a guy is coming up with a bunch of excuses, okay, that's when you know he lying, okay? Because if somebody is saying something like, oh, you did this, and you know you didn't do it, there's no reason for you to get out of your character and for you to go insult that person when you know that you didn't do nothing wrong. Keep that in mind, okay? So he was just sending me paragraphs talking about, oh my god, we're not like official, blah blah, and you're gonna go listen to other people, like, what's wrong with you, blah blah, you're supposed to trust me, you're supposed to like trust my judgment, blah blah. I understand that, but at the same time I know he lying, okay? So, and he was sending me a bunch of paragraphs. One paragraph or one line would have been enough, and if you knew that what you were saying was the truth. But no, nigga, you was lying, okay? Shit. I'm just thinking about that moment when that was happening. I was hella tight, like I was hella pissed. I don't like when nobody wastes my time. Everybody knows that about Angelina. I go crazy when I like somebody a lot. I ride hard for that person, and when that person fucks me over, I get irritated, very irritated. Everybody knows that about me. And then I said, don't start putting the blame on me and accusing me of stuff, like, what's wrong with you? And then he said, I'm not accusing you or whatever, but I'm just letting you know. And then basically that's what happened. So then I decided as a woman, you know what I'm saying, if I found out, first of all, I would never date somebody that's married or in a relationship. I'm not that type of person, because me, I want my man to have his full-on attention on me, the queen, period. So basically when I found out that you know that the girl was actually with him and that they're married or whatever, I decided to meet up with the girl because I feel like I deserve to say my side of the story. I don't want her to just think that, oh, you know, I'm fucking your man or whatever, because that's just not what's going on. Really not what's going on. Okay, so basically I met up with the girl, and like I could tell as soon as I saw her, I had to give her a hug, because I can't imagine how she feels. Like, I've been through situations like that. I've seen like people knowing that they got cheated on, like a marriage being broken because the guy went to cheat on somebody. Like I know these type of stuff. So knowing that I was a side chick really broke my heart for that girl. So as soon as I saw her, my first thing to do was to give her a hug. And I said, like, you know, I'm really, really sorry about that. I honestly did not know. And if I would have known, trust me, I would have never, ever, I would have never spoken to that guy. I would have never entertained him, period. So basically, once I seen her, I showed her all of the text messages, every single thing. I did not miss a thing. I showed her everything, and I told her, like, you know, I've been seeing him for like a few weeks now. I think it had been like a month or so. I'm not too sure. But the thing is, before I get up to the part where I found out that he was married, I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in God and I pray a lot. I read my Bible and stuff. And when some guy comes into my life, I love to pray to God and ask God to show me if that person is the one, because I don't like to waste my time. I'm a very emotional person. I'm very sensitive, so I don't like nobody hurting my feelings and stuff. So I made a prayer to God, and I said, God, if that person is for me, then let him be for me. But if he's not for me, God, I need you to make something huge happen. I need a huge red flag to come up for you to show me that that person is not meant for me. Because I need a huge red flag to happen for me to know that that person's just not, you know, because I know that people make mistakes, but there's huge mistakes and there's mistakes that are forgivable. So as soon as I had made that prayer, that's the day after that I found out that he was married. Like, God works in mysterious ways, and he's just like so amazing, you guys. So I'm telling you, y'all need to be praying, okay? So yeah, that's what happened. So I met up with the girl, showed her all of the receipts, showed her all of the text messages and stuff like that, and then she said, like, wow, like, that's just crazy. And then she told me how 3 weeks after they got married, he had went and cheated on her as well. So it wasn't the first time that he had done something like that. So just knowing that it wasn't the first time, I was like, oh, okay, so why you keep going with him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, one time he cheats, you could forgive him, but the second time, you know. But I just feel like that was just none of my business. Your marriage situation, like, it's none of my business. But anyways, as I was speaking to her, I explained to her that he had given me, like, you know, some gifts or whatever. He bought me some chocolate, he bought me champion hat or whatever. And then she said, champion hat? And I said, yeah. And then she said, champion hat? I said, yeah. And then she said, oh, which color was it? I said, orange. And then she said, oh, I'm the one who bought him that just recently. And that was just so crazy to me. It's for him to have the audacity to hand me a gift that your wife bought you. Not even that, for you to hand me a gift that somebody gave to you, my nigga. Like, are you that broke? Like, is that hard? Shit, that really pissed me off. Like, when that happened, when she told me that, I was like, oh, really? As soon as I was done with her, I told her, okay, I know we're done talking and stuff like that, but I just want you to know the fact that he wasted my time, he's gonna have to deal with karma. And between karma and me, I'm the biggest bitch, okay? So I'll ruin his life. So basically, I told her, like, I'm gonna go see him, because he's not just gonna think that he's gonna play me and get away with it, because it doesn't work like that. Not in my world, honey. That was old Angie, because new Angie is not like that anymore. So I pull up to his crib with me, my best friend Root, and Sarah. So we all pull up together, okay? And then once I get to his crib, he was smoking his cigarette. So I was just like, so anyways, she had spoken to him, and she had because she came with me, like the wife came with me, and she told his family basically that, oh well, your son has been entertaining other females while we've been married. I just want you to know that, and I want you to know that the girl is there as well. So I wasn't allowed to go on the property because that's the family's property, so I had to stay on the street, and he stayed on the sidewalk of the property. So I was basically like talking to him like that, social distancing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, with the program. So basically I speak to him and I'm like, hey. He's like, hi. Like so nonchalant, like so ignorant, so like, bro, the attitude he was giving me like was like, bro, fucking hectic, fucking. The more attitude he was giving me, the more angry I was, because it's like, why you giving me attitude, nigga? Like, you fucked me over, nigga. Like, you're the one that's married. I ain't do shit to you, period. Like, don't give me attitude. So I was starting to get more irritated, like shit. And then after that, I said to him, like, when were you gonna tell me that you were married? And then he said, never. Nigga said never. See, that's why God is amazing, because if I wouldn't have prayed to him, I would have never found out this nigga was married, period. So anyways, when he said to me never, I got even more like boiled up, because it's just like, are you like trying to like, do I look like a joke to you? Like, do you know who I am? That's what I kept on telling him. Like, do you know who I am? Do you know who this person is in front of you? Like, don't play with me. And then I was so irritated, and I was like, I was also heartbroken, because, you know, I liked him a lot. So just to know that he wasted my time really broke my heart. So I was so irritated that I came to him, and I don't know, I think I went in front of him, and then he pushed my face or something. And then once he pushed my face, I had the reflex to like punch him. And then I think I ripped a little bit of his shirt. So basically we were just like physically fighting a little, okay? And then that's when the big part happened. That's when, okay, I just had, bro, when I tell you God speaks to me, it's crazy. I had this gut feeling, because the thing is that I had parked my car far away because I didn't want him to know that I was pulling up. So I parked my car far away, but I gave the keys to Ruth, and I told Ruth, go get the car. Like, just bring the car forward. She said, okay, no problem. So she brings the card forward, and as she brings the card forward, this nigga goes into his truck, because all my girls pull out. Like me, Sarah, and Ruth, we get out of the car and we just like look at him. This nigga goes into his trunk and he pulls out a gun on us. Girl, my mother ain't raised no bitch, and that's just that on that, okay? I don't fear death, I only fear God. And I just know that God knows exactly when my time is gonna come, and I know for a fact that my time is not meant to be coming anytime soon. And I knew he was a bitch nigga, so I told this nigga, guys, when I'm telling you that was the old me, that's really the old me. I'm gonna talk about that after, but basically this nigga pulled out a gun on us, and like a baby gun, and he like loaded it, and he did the noise or whatever just to say that it was loaded or whatever. And then I was like, okay, so what you gonna do? You gonna shoot or something? Like, my nigga, like, bro, there's cameras everywhere, like there's people everywhere, like shoot if you want to. I'm not scared. Like, I'm just not scared. Like, my nigga, you play with me, I didn't play with you, so don't come and give me attitude. And what you gonna do, kill a bitch? The fuck? You got me, bro, let me tell you. So anyways, he pulled out his gun, but he didn't shoot. As soon as he saw that me and my girls started laughing because he pulled out a gun, I guess he got either embarrassed or he felt like there was no way that he was gonna stop us, so he put back his gun into his trunk. So basically that's what happened. That's the day that I found out I was a side chick. But before we end this video, I just want to say, you guys, that when somebody plays with you, plays with your emotions, plays with your time, don't get out of character. Do not give them a reason to feel like they're important, because that's what I did at that time. When I found out that he played me or whatever, I met up with his wife, and then I went to him for revenge. But I shouldn't have never done that. I should have leveled up for him to see that I never needed you for the jump. Never. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never needed you, and that's just down on that. Until this day, I still don't need him, but I just feel like I was wrong for pulling up on him, and I should have never done that, and I should have never gone out of character for a little boy, for somebody that doesn't pay my bills, that did not make me, period. Okay, like I should have never done that. And you females, any females that's been played, I promise you, don't go and get revenge, because the best revenge that you can give somebody is by working on yourself and becoming the best person that you can be. Because once they see that you glowed up and that you're that bitch, that's when they gonna be running back to you, okay? Because that's just that on that. So that's just the mistake I made, and I'm working on myself. I'm working to be the best version of myself, and I'm still praying to God. I'm thankful to God that he didn't pull that trigger that day. And but in that situation, guys, if you're ever in a situation where somebody pulls out a gun on you, don't tell the person to shoot you. Okay, I should have never done that, but glory to God, I'm still alive, and I'm never gonna do that again. But basically, that's the time I found out I was a side chick, you guys. I know we've all been through that. I just know I'm not the only person that's been through this type of situation where you found out you was a side chick, and I just know it's not gonna happen again. That's just that on that. Make sure that when you're in a relationship with somebody that you pray to God, because God can show you the best red flags. God is the owner of your life. God knows exactly where you're gonna be the day after tomorrow, in a week, in a month, in a year, in 5 years, in 40 years. He knows everything in advance. So he knew that I was gonna get played, because every single thing happens for a reason. By this situation happening, I was able to learn that I should never get out of character for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned from all of my mistakes, you guys. So I'm grateful that this situation happened, because it made me a better person now. I know what the type of person I want, the type of person I want to deal with in my life, and I honestly know from now on that I don't want to get with somebody that I met up in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we were talking before that, but I really met him because I saw him at the club and stuff like that, and you know, like, bro, just whatever. Anyways, you guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you guys like this video of me being in the car, me up close and personal with you guys. I just felt like, I don't know, I wanted to do this. I've been wanting to go outside. This is the first time in a week that I go outside, and I'm so happy to just being able to like breathe in. Practice social distancing, you guys. Stay safe, wash your hands, sanitize your hands, cream your hands, because no ashiness is allowed. Take care of yourself, okay? Wash yourself. I know you're home, but wash yourself, please. Okay, you guys, I love you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.